Welcome back, Space Noise, to another Zeon's Wrath MS review. I'm your host, as always, Shard type character. And if you like GBO2 content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's get into this. Today's suit will be the 3-star support Zaku 4. Now, if you guys want a review on the Zaku 4 raid, I do have that. Let me know in the comments. So today we'll be breaking it down. First I'm going to go into stats, then I'm going to weapons loadout, then I'm going to go into the skills. Next after that is enhancement, ground performance, and then space performance. Then my favorite part, the drip. And then finally, I'll be giving a grade on this suit. So let's get into the stats first. HP for this suit is 20,000 base. Next up we have the ballistic resistance, which is 18. Beam resistance, which is also 18. Melee resistance, 30. That's pretty good for a base melee resistance on the support suit. Range strength, 35. Melee strength, 25. Also good for a support suit. Movement speed, 135. Top speed, 205. Thruster gauge, 70. And turning speed, 66, which isn't bad for such a chunky suit. It's really not that bad. But I still suggest throwing some turning parts on this. Maybe just like the level 1, and you should be good. So next up is the weapons loadout. First weapon up, the main event for this suit, the Zaku 4 long range beam rifle. Now, a normal fire does not suppress, but focus fire does with boosted output. Okay, so like you can get like 3 shots off with the beam rifle normal before you overheat it. 1 shot if you full charge, but it will cause a heavy stagger. A real heavy stagger, so it's pretty good weapon, and the recharge rate is pretty high, so you won't be without this weapon for very long. Next weapon up would be the Zaku 4 beam knuckle duster. Now, if you've played with the raid Zaku 4, you know you're familiar with this weapon. If you've battled it, you're definitely familiar with this weapon. It is still the same attack pattern, which is great. Like, that downswing is still a killer. Next up, we have the head beam cannon 2x, x2 I mean, because it's 2 of them, which does stun when you hit someone, but it has a very short range. But it's good to hit somebody with this and then follow up with the long range beam rifle, or you can go straight to melee depending on how close you are. Next weapon after that will be the Zaku 4 beam machine guns. Alright, now I love any suit that dual wields guns. These beam machine guns will definitely be a go-to when you're not using a long range rifle and the enemy is not close enough for you to hit them with the head beam cannons. Now, I feel like these will stun you if you hit somebody with all the shots, but in the description it says no suppression. But I feel like I did stun somebody with this. So let me know in the comments if you're stunning people with these weapons. I'd really like to know. And also any opinions you might have on the weapons loadout in general. Let me know in the comments. Next up, we have the skills for this suit. First skill up, we have high performance radar level 2. Next skill, we have high performance scope level 3. Next after that, we have observational data link level 1. Scouting parallel processing device level 1, advanced aerospace gimbal level 2, high performance balancer, which is going to be really essential if you want to boost in to use those knuckle dusters, high speed and back control level 2, force injection level 2, special leg buffer level 2, anti-blast stabilizer level 1. Not going to be a knockdown or stunned by exploding mobile suits. Special right shoulder armor buffer level 3, so that's that shield. Next up and final skill, we have special back add-on buffer, so that's going to give you a little defensive buff against, you know, that big backpack you have in the back there. This is a thick suit all around. It's got assets, ample assets, if you catch my drift. Next section up is the enhancement list. So first enhancement we have is anti-melee armor reinforcement level 1. Next we have ADFSC I think I said that, I just butchered that. ADFCS level 1. Next we have frame reinforcement level 1. After that we have complex expansion slot level 1. So I'm always a fan of any complex expansion slots because they give you more options to do with your custom parts. Next up after that we have anti-melee armor reinforcement level 4. That'll definitely help boost your anti-melee, your melee resistance. And finally we have ADFCS level 4. So that's going to be pretty good too. Going to help you with your range modifier. So the first one was level 1, that only gives you 1, and this one gives you 5 to your range modifier. So it's definitely, if you're going to use this suit, it would definitely be beneficial to fully enhance it. Definitely, I would suggest that. Okay, so the next section up is the ground performance, and I have mixed feelings about this suit's ground performance. Maybe I just haven't piloted it enough, but it's obviously slow. It's obviously slow, it's big and cumbersome, and a humongous target. I do not really suggest on Earth trying to do like a lot of melee with this suit. If you're out there, you will get caught with all the beams. All the beams, all the ballistics, and all the beam sabers. So I really feel like you need to play the back. I'm not saying that you can't melee people with this suit, you definitely can, but I would use that more of like a defensive option if they get too close. So really with this suit's bread and butter is that beam rifle, and then switching to the double beam machine guns. That's what I like to do. Or mainly if they're close enough for the head beam cannons, you stun them with that, and then you hit them with the beam rifle a couple times. That's always been a good combo for me. But if I'm gonna be really honest about this suit's performance on Earth, it's lackluster. It's about a 2-star on Earth. It's really like a 2-star on Earth. If you don't have a good team supporting you and playing the front lines, you will just keep getting murdered. People just target you. All the rage will come for you. I mean, that is the life of support anyway, but being a humongous target isn't helping. But let me know if you feel like this suit lives up to a 3-star on ground. I personally don't feel like it does. It's really just like hard to survive with this suit on ground. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Next up we have the space performance. Now after playing it on ground first, I was a little like disappointed with its performance, but then when I took it into space, and I'm not even really a space player, y'all, this thing slaps. It puts in the work in space. Yes, it does. The AMBAT controls definitely come in. It's handy. It's very mobile in space for such a chunky suit. Definitely. I would not suggest it using in like whatever, I can't remember the name of that map where you're just like inside of like a colony. I would not suggest it on that, but anything where you have space, definitely use it. I was just sniping the crap out of people from a distance and getting good results. I might as well mention this, like, you probably don't need, I did say, I'm gonna contradict myself earlier, I did say you probably need some turning parts on this. Not in space, because like the beam rifle is pretty accurate and you don't want to make your shots go off by putting too many turning parts on this. But all around, the space performance is definitely a 3-star, if not 4-star. It really bumps it up there. I had no problems using this thing in space, not whatsoever. This was great. It was a great experience. So I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I should give it 4 stars, but nah, I'm gonna give it 3 stars in space. Excellent performance. I had a great time using it, and I don't even like space battles like that. So next up we have one of my favorite sections, the aesthetics / the drip. Now I feel like this suit definitely looks better than the Zaku 3. It looks a little bit more complete. It is a little bit more cumbersome, but it definitely looks like a Zaku that's been hitting the gym non-stop for the whole Universal Century. Like, this suit looks like it's menacing. Now, it is more menacing with the raid version when you have that big freaking heat axe or whatever it is. Yeah, but this thing looks good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good in its basic colors. Now I've thrown it in my personal colors, black, red, and gold. Looks great. I decided to throw it in some Hyakushiki colors. Also looks great. I was gonna throw it in some shark colors, but you know what it looks like. Everybody's probably gonna throw this into some shark colors regardless, because it's a Zaku. So yeah, this suit as far as the drip is concerned and the customization on the color separation, I'm gonna give that 3 stars off rip. Yeah, I like the paint customization. I like the design of the suit. I like those little vents it has in the chest. I really like that for some reason. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so here comes time for the final grade on this suit. Now, I really just prefer this in space. Like, I'm probably not gonna use it a lot on Earth anymore. It's probably just gonna be a space only suit for me. But maybe I'll give it a second swing. But as far as the grade is concerned, this suit lives up to its 3-star rating. So I'm gonna give it 3 stars. If it was a ground only suit, it would definitely be 2 stars. If not 1, one is too much. 1 is too much. It's definitely 2 star. I'm sorry, that was a little egregious. Why did I judge it so harshly? No, it's definitely like a 2-star on ground, 3 in space. So I'm just gonna give it a 3-star rating. It lives up to its rating. Now, is this a must-have for everybody? No, it's definitely not a must-have at all. If you get it, you get it. And you'd be fortunate to get it. But if not, just wait. Eventually, it'll probably drop for you. Not something that you need to run out and spend 30 tokens to get. Also, the Bound dock was up this week, which is definitely worth 30 tokens. If not, 60. So that's it for today's review of the 3-star support Zaku 4. Now, if there's any suits you'd like me to review in the future, please drop them. It doesn't matter if they're new or older. I do have a backlog of every suit in the game to review, so there's that. But definitely the next one I'm for sure going to do is going to be the Delta Kai, because, I like that suit. It does have a couple flaws, but we'll get into that when we talk about that. And if you like GBO2 content or just MS reviews, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one, Space Noids.